Have you ever felt that life is too hard? That challenges are unfair, and setbacks are nothing but obstacles in your path to success? If you have, you're not alone. But what if I told you that your greatest struggles could be the very foundation of your success? Today, we dive into an inspirational Buddhist life lesson, a story of two plants and the wisdom of an old grandfather. This is a story about growth, resilience, and how true success comes from overcoming difficulties, not avoiding them. A young boy once visited his grandfather during his summer holidays. They spent a lot of time together, playing and talking about life. One day, the boy curiously asked, "Grandpa, when I grow up, I want to be successful. Can you tell me how to achieve success?" Instead of giving a direct answer, the grandfather took him to a nursery and bought two small plants. When they returned home, he planted one inside the house, protected and sheltered, while he planted the other outside, exposed to the elements. Then he asked the boy, "Which plant do you think will grow stronger?" The boy thought for a moment and said, "The one inside the house. It's safe from storms, rain, and wild animals. The one outside will struggle too much to survive." The grandfather smiled but didn't say a word. For years later, the boy visited his grandfather again. This time, he was determined to get his answer. "Grandpa, you never told me how to be successful, but today you have to tell me." The grandfather smiled and said, "First, let's check on our plants." They walked inside the house and saw the first plant. It had grown, but it remained small and weak, struggling to reach its full potential. Then they walked outside. The second plant had transformed into a massive, towering tree. Its roots had dug deep into the earth, its branches spread wide, and it provided shade and shelter to others. "Now tell me, my boy," the grandfather asked, "which plant is more successful?" The boy, now puzzled, responded, "The one outside." "But Grandpa, how is that possible? It faced so many dangers, yet it grew so big." The grandfather explained, "Yes, the plant outside faced storms, heavy rain, and scorching sunlight. But because of those challenges, it grew strong roots, resilience, and adaptability. The storms that could have destroyed it only made it stronger." Meanwhile, the plant inside, though protected, never developed strength. It was safe, but it remained weak because it never had to fight for its survival. He then looked at his grandson and said, "This is the truth about success, my boy. Struggles are not obstacles. They are stepping stones to greatness. If you always seek comfort, you will never grow. But if you embrace challenges, no goal will be out of your reach." The boy stared at the tree, his grandfather's words echoing in his mind. What we see as obstacles in life are actually the very things that make us stronger and more successful. At its core, this story is deeply connected to Buddhist wisdom. In Buddhism, suffering, dukkha, is not something to fear, but something to understand and transcend. Much like the two plants, we often have two choices in life. Keycap 1, stay in our comfort zone, avoiding challenges, only to remain small, fragile, and unfulfilled. Keycap 2, embrace life's struggles, face difficulties, and grow into a person of wisdom, strength, and resilience. The Buddha himself faced great struggles. He left behind wealth and comfort, encountered suffering, and endured hardships. But it was through these experiences that he attained enlightenment. This aligns with one of the core teachings of Buddhism: no lotus blooms without the mud. Just like the lotus, we grow not despite difficulties, but because of them. Key lessons from the story Keycap 1: struggles are not obstacles. They are opportunities. The greatest achievements come not from avoiding hardships, but from enduring and learning from them.